Hi, this is Paul. I want to give my opinion on why I think Charlie's Angels movie, why it bombed. Okay, first of all, okay, like I said, I would have went to see the movie if, in my opinion, if it had a compelling villain. I didn't know at all the trailers I saw. I never knew who the main bad guy was going to be in it. All we got was like girl power. Women can do it. Women can do it, but no clue about who the bad guy is and who they were going up against. And I think if they made it, if they put that in the movie and it was a compelling bad guy or good act or even a good villainous, okay, that they were going up against, maybe more people would have went to see it. But as it is, it was more like a woke culture thing, like we don't need men, yada yada, and that left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths, and that's why they didn't go see it. I don't think they went to see it because of those reasons. And Elizabeth Banks, like I said, she was in the movie, and again, she's action and she directed it, but and wrote it. But again, it had a lot. The movie went through a lot of writers and stuff. And unlike the Drew Barrymore movie that came out years ago, that reboot, which fully embraced the craziness of Charlie Angel, and like took it to like 11 or 12, this movie tried to get by on girl power, okay, and it showed you who the bad guy was going to be, and so you had no clue. And they promoted the soundtrack more than they did the actual movie, which I think was a mistake, and I think that's part of the reason why it bombed. Okay, and when you turn off a large audience, which is just men, let's face it, men like to see action movies with pretty looking women in it, beautiful women in it, and it had pretty looking women in it, but it was kind of a turn off the way they advertise it, like, oh, these women, they're the baddest angels and they don't need men, yada yada yada. And the trailer had Kristen Stewart beating up men, and come on, okay. I think the only men in there that wasn't getting beat up in the trailers was well, two men actually. Patrick Stewart, I think, which he was supposed to be, I think, one of the Bosley, and then a version of Bosley. I know Elizabeth Banks' character was Bosley, but I think maybe he was another confidant of the Angels. And then Noah, whatever his name is, Noah Centineo, whoever his name is, who was like supposed to be a tech guy who was kind of tech nerd that was flirting with the young actress, who nobody knows her name was. But they really just, I think they killed their own movie by just with the poor marketing. Like I said, they marketed the songs better than they did the actual movie. If they would have gave you a clue, or gave me a clue about who the bad guy was, and it was a compelling bad guy or a bad villainous or good villain, then maybe I would have went to saw it. I went to see it. But as it is, the marketing, and I think I even said it in one of my trailer reactions. Show me who the bad guy is in this movie, so I can. So then I'll have a reason to see it, because a good action movie, you need a good villain to go up against the heroes, and if you don't have a good villain, it's kind of pointless. And I think they didn't do that at all in any marketing that I saw. You didn't know who the villain was going to be, so that completely turned me off to see the movie. Okay, and I know that it turned off a lot of people about the this girl power. We don't need men. Women can do it. Okay, don't exploit me. And yada yada. People don't want to get preached that if it's an action movie and you have a good and it's a good story with a good action and good villains, people will go see the movie. Okay, but this movie, to me, didn't have any of that, and it killed its own self. And it's just like Terminator killed itself by killing off John Connor, which I'll never forgive them for that, killing off John Connor, and trying to make it topical by putting a girl that was an illegal alien. Come on, you just completely turn off the audience by doing all that stuff with that. Like I said, the action scenes were okay, but killing off John Connor really killed that movie. But anyway, Charlie's Angels, to me, you killed your own self by doing this. You hurt your own self with the piss poor marketing by again having no idea who the bad guy is. And maybe somebody in the comments below can tell me who the bad guy, who they were going up against in the movie, because they never showed any of that in the trailers. Yeah, I know sometimes they like to hide stuff, but I had no clue who the bad guy was going to be in this movie. So why would I see a movie if I don't know who the bad? That's half the fun of seeing an action movie, like a James Bond movie or even a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie. Him going up against, a compelling bad guy. So you want to see Tom Cruise overcome that. Okay, so and this marketing, was horrible for this movie, and that's my opinion about why I think it failed. Okay, being the anti-men thing with men will see a movie if it has good action in it, a good villain, okay, and you don't preach at them and something like men are evil, and I think they turn, especially that one. I think this is that one scene they show in the trailer where You see Kristen Stewart beating up that one guy and say who steals money from charity, and she's basically punching him in the face. Oh yeah, that's going to turn on a lot of guys. I want to see her. Yeah, I want to see her beat up a guy. Okay, because that's compelling. Because she weighs 90 pounds, and I can believe, and she knows karate, so I believe she can beat up a man. Yeah, yeah. Okay, spare me the BS. Okay, okay. Politically correct necklace aside, I'm not buying it. Okay, okay. And them posing at the end with all three of them on the road there. Come on. Okay, spare me the BS. Okay, they killed their own movie. Okay, and maybe they'll learn the lesson next time. Get a compelling villain. Don't be anti-men. The same thing happened with Men in Black, which I didn't go see either. But I heard that crap about I forgot the actress who was in it with Thor, with Christopher Hemsworth, who kept saying, and I like the actress, but her saying it should be women in black or people in black or whatever, some stupid thing instead of leaving men in black. That's what the comic is. That's what the movie is that's been successful. Leave it men in black. You can have a woman in it, but don't try to change the thing. And I think that completely turned people off to that movie as well. Don't preach at the audience, okay, and turn off a large section of the audience, okay, and you kill your own movie by doing that, okay. Wonder Woman was successful. I know people. Elizabeth Banks said, "Oh, well, that's a superhero movie. That counts." Okay, it's a movie with a woman as a lead. Okay, and an action movie. Okay, that movie and Captain Marvel, which I know a lot of people didn't like. I liked it, but she was a strong woman. Okay, she wasn't anti-men. Same thing with Wonder Woman, even though it's Amazons and all that stuff. They didn't preach at you saying that she hated men. Okay, so I think they basically screwed their own self too. Okay, so that's my opinion. Let me know what you think of why you think Charlie's Angels bombed. Okay, feel free to leave comments down below and let me know what you think. Okay, and this is Paul saying so long and take care.